what can I do if my tenant refuses to pay the rent?
Well, this is a good question, which Jim, very thoroughly covered on the residential side. And I'll just highlight one thing that sort of permeates all of law is there's a general distinction between commercial and how we handle people in a commercial business setting and how we handle people in a residential or consumer setting. And generally speaking, in big picture, the law is much more stringent if you're dealing with consumer tenants or residential tenants, and a little more loose on the commercial business side because they figure, well, either deep pockets or they know what they're doing, or we don't need to be as paternalistic or make as many careful statements on the notices. So, but the process is the same. Tenants not paying their rent, it's a 3-day notice. Now, it has some of the same requirements, but generally, just for illustrative purposes, if you're off by 10 cents on a residential 3-day notice, that might void the notice. And then the tenant gets to restart the clock. And you go, oh, no, you got to serve me a proper notice. That wasn't proper because it was 10 cents off. Well, the commercial one, it's generally the courts go, well, if you're in the ballpark, the guy knows that he's not paying his rent, so we're not going to hold you up on a technicality. There aren't a lot of individual rights we're concerned about or due process rights we're concerned about. So it's still a 3-day notice. And if they don't pay, then you're still into an unlawful detainer. An unlawful detainer is the legalese for the eviction process, and it's an expedited calendar versus a regular civil calendar. And usually, especially with the court consolidations that have gone in LA, there's very few courtrooms that are unlawful detainers, and that's pretty much all they do 9 to 5 every day is tenants and landlords in that courtroom all day arguing about rent and eviction. And it's not like the trials you see on TV that go, or you read about the OJ trials. These trials are like, okay, do you want to pay the rent? No. Do you want to move out, reach a settlement? No. Do you want to have a trial? Yes. Okay, let's go. And they have a trial right there. And it's over in 10 minutes. And the vast majority of the time, the trial is judgment for the landlord. Tenant needs to move out within so many days. Otherwise, they get the sheriff.